Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chats with Nicole. On today's episode, we will be talking about how to get out of your own way, Black People Edition. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nicole Austin. I am a life coach. I'm an author. I am in real estate where I do wholesale, as well as I am now getting into Airbnb. Overall, just an entrepreneur. On this channel, we talk about growth, both in your personal life and in your professional and financial life as well, because it is very important to get to every single bag that you are looking to attain. So, in case you haven't noticed, I have cut my hair as well as I have dyed it. Now, this is not the color I was going for. I wanted it to be, yes, a auburn amber type of color, but not this orange that we got going on. I feel like I look like a clown. It will be toned down the next time you see it. However, this is my favorite style of hair on me. I've had long hair, I've had short hair, I have bobs, I have big fros, small fros, and this is the one that I love the most. So I'm really happy to be back in my element. Anyway, since it's Black History Month, I feel like it is the best time to really have this conversation. I mean, of course, anyone can listen, but naturally it's going to be more so geared towards Black people because that is who this experience is speaking about. If you have been following me on any platform for any length of time, you know how much I love Black people. You know how much I'm for the growth and development of my people. And I feel like we have gotten to the point where we are now making way too many excuses on why we're not getting to our next level. Now listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I absolutely know that there is a plethora of things that has and still to this day keeps Black people from being on any form of equal playing field as anyone else, especially, mainstream America, white people in mainstream America. However, we can definitely achieve way more than our ancestors could have. The same ancestors that fought for us to have certain freedoms and certain liberties. Now, I'm not going to get into my ideology on different various topics because that's not what this video is about. This is specifically about how, as Black people, we can get out of our own way so that we can accomplish the goals that we say that we want to attain. The first point I have, some of y'all not going to agree with me, but that's okay. People tend not to agree with me anyway when I speak on things that are harder to do. It's to understand that it's not fair. The world is not fair. The judicial system is not fair. Society is not fair. Income and salary based on race is not fair, okay? We understand that. And the key is to understand that while it's not fair, you can't hold on to that forever. If your excuse for the reason that you're not winning is always, well, it's because I'm a Black man, or it's because I'm a Black woman, or it's because I'm Black in general, you will always be in the position that you are in where you are not getting to what you're trying to get to. All right. So it's time to let that go. We understand that systematically things are not set up for us. Okay, great. But things are still set up to where we can and we have advanced. So let's get to it. Now, number two is very important. I need you to listen closely. You have to drop your pride. Okay, Nicole, what do you mean by that? I feel like as Black people, we have a tendency to not ask for help. We have a tendency to not seek out people and programs and, things of that nature that can assist us in getting to the next level. And a lot of times that is what's going to keep us in general down. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not me saying let go of your boundaries. This is not me saying let people walk over you. This is not me saying to be a pushover, by no means. But what I'm saying is we should become more comfortable with turning to our fellow Black man and Black woman and saying, hey, I need help, especially when you see someone that is in the position that you would like to go to. Now, some of you, if you're like me, have gone almost a full lifetime having issues with asking for assistance. So you may be wondering, well, how do I do that? How do I muster up the courage, or how do I move away from the anxiety of actually turning to someone and saying, help me? The answer to that is you have to just do it. Literally like Nike, okay? You have to just do it. And you can start small. It can be something as simple as asking someone if they know how to get to a destination, even if you know how to get there, right? So start off with little things, with asking someone for their assistance in something, and then work your way up if you have a high level of anxiety behind it. But we have to get out of this mindset that we cannot turn to each other and say, listen, I see that you're doing X, Y, and Z. I'm trying to walk down that path. Can you give me any pointers? Can you give me any help? Can you tell me something to where I can do what I need to do to move forward and move towards my goal? Now, number 3, to piggyback off of number 2, Black people, you have to be willing to assist your people when you have found a way to get to success. There are so many people I have turned to for assistance in growing and building myself in entrepreneurship, many Black people, and they were very, very helpful. But there were also instances where I had turned to other Black people and they didn't want to help, or they were reluctant in helping. And the mentality was, well, if I made it on my own, or if I made it through my own resources, you can do that too. We got to do better. We got to do better. If you have reached a certain plateau of success, and again, success looks like whatever it looks like for you. And there are other people, it doesn't matter who they are, really. If you can help, just help. But especially people who look like you, especially people who you know have to go through the same type of obstacles to get to a better place in life. If they come to you and they ask you for genuine assistance, now this is not people that's playing around with your time. Of course, I'm not dealing with that, and you shouldn't either. But if you see that someone has genuine intention on trying to better themselves, and you have reached a place that they want to be, I'm not telling you to take all the time out of your day and sit and talk to them, but definitely craft out a way to assist them in attaining the goals that they're trying to meet. Our ancestors would not have achieved anything without other Black people. And that's a fact. That's a fact. If they didn't have other comrades, other Black comrades that they can turn to and say, listen, I need help with X, Y, and Z, or let's get together and do X, Y, and Z, or let's build X, Y, and Z. If they didn't have other Black people to do that with, we would not be able to be sitting here on YouTube right now trying to craft our own dreams and our own forms of incomes and attain our own goals. It wouldn't be possible. Help each other out. The 4th point, I am a bit even apprehensive to use this point because it's so specific, but there's so much broader elements that can maybe contradict what I'm saying, even in my own opinion. But no one owes you anything. And the reason why I find that to be contradictory in some ways is because I feel like the United States owes Black people a lot. I'm sure a lot of other countries owe Black people a lot, but it's easier for me to speak about here because this is where I'm from, this is where I was raised, and this is what I see, right? Because we are the only set of people that was harmed in the United States, just as a people in history. Only set of people that were actually brought here and enslaved, but yet we're the only set of people that were never given reparations, right? And that is, of course, unfair. That should absolutely be fixed. But until it is, we can't live in that. We can't. We can't live in the fact that, again, things are unfair. We can't live in the fact that things don't go for us in the same ways that it may go for other people. Because what happened is now we become way too concerned with that to the point where we may become complacent or lazy in our own wrongdoings, in our own procrastination, right? And our own self-pity, to where now it becomes so much harder to attain the goals that we say we want, or even just to live a more comfortable life. And point number 5, you are only a victim if you allow yourself to be. Life sucks. Get over it. Hence why I wrote this book, okay? To help us maneuver through, everyone, it's not just for Black people, of course, but to help us maneuver through life. To understand that bad things happen, but we have to learn how to overcome those bad things and even turn it into lessons to create good experiences. As Black people, we are absolutely the most oppressed people in this nation. This is fact. This is not something I'm saying out of emotion. And if you know me and if you're here, I speak mostly out of practicality and logic, okay? We are the most oppressed people here. I get it. I totally, absolutely get it. But opportunity exists, okay? While yes, we may have a late start, because my mother has been telling me since I was old enough to comprehend that I have to work twice as hard to even partially have what they have, okay? And I'm pretty sure that your parents may have been saying the same thing to you, and you may even be telling your kids that as of now, right? But it is your responsibility to seize the day. It is your responsibility to seize the moment, okay? Because it can be done. May it take longer than other people? Yeah. May it cost a little bit more than it does for other types of people? Yes. May it be harder than it is for other people? Probably. But can it be done? Can it be acquired? Can it be attained? Absolutely. You are not a victim. You are not to be pitied. And you definitely should not be pitying yourself. Life is going to get rough, and you're allowed to feel that roughness. You're allowed to take a moment to absorb and to understand and move through it. But just don't stay in that place. Move forward, become better, do better, and create better. Anyway, beautiful people, that comes to the end of my message for today. Very quick points, things that can definitely be expounded upon. If you would like me to expound upon them, I can make separate videos to, go over each point in depth and different ways that you can feasibly overcome each particular segment that we just spoke about. I'll be happy to go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. Now, if you are new here and if you are just unsubscribed and you find this content interesting or you find it to be something that is helpful, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Please also like, and again, comment and let me know what you'd like to see or just your thoughts, right? But until next time, be blessed and stay safe.